The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
The economy has been creating 150 to 200,000 jobs a month, and those are just really solid numbers. So we feel like the economy is on solid ground. It's doing well, but it's pretty solid.
That's not a true number. If you go and you look at the most important and most reliable number, withholding tax. If you're working, everybody's got to pay a withholding tax. And that gives you the real numbers. And it shows about 55,000 jobs a month. The 150,000, 185,000 a month, that's all created by what they call the birth-death metric system. It's a phony system. It's all guesses. It's all assumptions. Where you go to the wages, you know exactly how many people are working month to month. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country off the Wall Street Radio Network. Well, the market today is hardly alive. We got the bank stocks reporting tomorrow. That's one reason. The market's up about 27 points. That's it. The market is essentially, the S&P has stalled because the market is a little upset. Because yesterday, Rand Paul came out and said, wait a minute, we don't like this tax cut. This is a lousy tax cut. So we may not pass the Republicans' budget. If they don't pass the budget that the Republicans have put together, you can't pass a tax cut bill. And it's true. What Rand Paul is saying is, this is a joke. The corporations get this big tax cut. The working poor, they get the tax, some relief. Not a lot, but some relief. But the middle class gets screwed. They're the ones who are going to have to pay for the corporate tax cuts of $1.8 trillion. And the way they're going to be paying for it is that these gangsters, the cockroaches, the architects, former Goldman Sachs boys, Cohen and Minchin, are going to screw the middle class. They always screw the middle class. Going to do it again by taking away these deductibles of their states so that they can write off their taxes with their states. You're not going to get that anymore. And other deductibles. Now, I hope they back off on that. But right now, they always target the middle class. They always screw the middle class. And they always screw the retiree. Do you know the retiree, when Obama took the savings rate, it would have 5%, and he dropped it down to less than 0.25% savings? Do you know that was wiping out $560 billion a year in savings for retirees, that they need that money to live on? $560 billion. You know what that was for? For quantitative easing, which, by the way, we're going to get again. To subsidize quantitative easing, to subsidize the loss. In other words, when they're funding the banksters and the CEOs of corporations so they can do their own stock buybacks, they knew, okay, well, we're going to lose money dropping to 0%, so we'll screw the seniors, we'll screw them out of their savings, and we'll take that $560 billion, whatever it is, and we'll apply it towards our losses. So it's the seniors, the savers, the retirees who are subsidizing the 0% interest. But nobody ever talks about it.
Kidding.
And this is what's out there. And people don't believe we're going to do QE again. And I'm going to go over some of the stuff that QE does to the economy and what it does to you. Most people have no idea what even QE is. It's a disaster. But yesterday when Rand Paul came out and made that announcement, I'll get back to that. Trump panicked. President Trump panicked. And this morning he gets up and he's appealing to his base. And he tweets out early this morning that, hey, we need some help here. And I'll get the exact quote for you. I thought I had it here, but I'll find it later. But he sends out saying, hey, I'm taking credit for the $5.2 trillion. It was me. I increased the stock market $5.2 trillion since the election night, November 8th. Now, he doesn't talk about the $2 trillion that he had on inject into the market to push it up. Oh, no, there's no comment about that. So he came out and said stock market has increased $5.2 trillion since the election night, November 8th, a 25% increase. And we also have the lowest unemployment in 16 years. And if Congress just gives me this massive tax cut, this reform, by the way, where's the reform? I don't see any reform anywhere. Nothing's reformed. Why don't we just say it's a tax cut? So this is what he did. He says, I am asking for those tax cuts so we can keep growing by leaps and bounds. He's talking about the stock market growing by leaps and bounds. This is what he's saying. I'm going to do another QE. You got to get that, because if you don't, you're going to lose the biggest opportunity ever for all those people who sat in bonds starting in 2008, 2009, because you went to your broker and you said, or your planner, hey, I don't want to lose my principal. Put me in something so I can protect my principal. And you missed a 260% rally being in fixed income, being in bonds, are you kidding, in annuities with zero interest? Are you nuts? You're never in those kind of products with zero interest. But that's what he did. So he came out, he was panicked today, and he's appealing for you to call I'm sure that's what he's trying to do, get you to call the congressman and say, oh yeah, let's go forward with this tax cut. Are you nuts? Look, why don't we just do a consumption tax and be done with all this game playing? Let's pay a tax on stuff we buy. You want to know why? Because it will drive taxes down where they should be driven down, on your labor. Whoever thought to tax labor? That's the cruelest tax in the world. I talk about it all the time. If we do a consumption tax, we can drop taxes on labor, drop the tax on production, but at the same time, the corporate tax, we still can get a corporate tax cut, and we still can get a personal income tax, but including the middle class instead of screwing them. So pay a tax on stuff you buy. I wouldn't mind if I go buy a car, I'll pay my extra tax on it. Stop with all this game playing, because you never get anything done. There's not going to be a tax cut. So the first thing we saw yesterday, and I said to my gang members, you always got to watch the treasuries. You got to watch the interest on the treasuries, the yield. Because as soon as people start running back and buying bonds again, buying treasuries, the yields start dropping. And then the dollar starts dropping. And when you got the yield dropping and the dollar dropping, the market stops, it stalls. But it's stalled, but what they're going to do, they're going to come up with, they're still going to keep pumping money into this market to keep pushing it up. Then they'll finally do their QE. But Rand Paul, he's right. He's right. You can't do a tax cut like this. You can't just benefit the corporations and the wealthy. That's insane. That's insane. Now think about this. We don't get any pullbacks anymore in the market. We don't get any corrections because the market is so engineered by this QE that we do not get corrections in the market. We always got 10% correction. Yesterday was the first time we had a little bit of a pullback. A little bit. But do you know we haven't had a 10% correction in this market since 2015? What does that tell you? It's engineered to the upside. So why aren't you in it? We'll talk more about stocks when we get back. Phil's Gang, 15 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Okay, ladies, listen up. This message is for you because you invest so much into your professional careers, your organizations, your families, your children. It's time to invest in yourself and secure your financial future in the stock market. And you can do that with philsgang.com. Sounds complicated? Well, truthfully, it's not. With Phil's Gang daily market investing instructions and educational investing guidance, you too can achieve the goals of financial freedom. Each week, philsgang.com posts up-to-the-minute videos that walk you through your stock investments. You'll learn when to buy and sell short stocks and when to take profits. Plus, all Phil's Gang material is archived, so you'll never miss a beat.
Anyone that's listening, do something for yourself. Go for it. You have nothing to lose. Invest in yourself.
Now that you've taken care of everyone else, isn't it time to secure your financial future? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
They offer a free weekend seminar class. They put big dazzling names with their programs. But are they really just offering a sales pitch? At philsgang.com, we are the leader in teaching, informing, and helping members understand stock charting, investing in the stock market, and making true profits. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you could imagine. Plus, the philsgang.com friendly customer support team is available when you need us most. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market? Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And people avoid the market over long periods of time. They suffer for it terribly. People who avoid any kind of risk pay extremely dearly for it. It amazes me that I meet people in their 30s and 40s who do not own any stock and whose money is all in bank accounts earning 1/10 of 1% or less in the way of interest. Why they do that is a total mystery to me.
Well, why don't you ask how much a person who's 35, 40 years old, how much he has in the bank? What do you think? He's got 100,000 in the bank? Somebody 35, 40 years old, kicking around 100 grand, Ben? You know, not everybody gets an inheritance like you, $125 million from your family, never had to work. So if someone is struggling with a family, they don't have much in the bank. Probably they got maybe $1,000, maybe $5,000. But the point is, if you do have money, he should be saying, if you're lucky enough to have money and you got money set aside because you're scared to lose your principal, that is a shame. That is a shame. And don't do it again. And we will never see again a market that goes up 260%, 20% since election night, November 2016, when there's no reason for the market to go up. It didn't go up 20% because company earnings were blasting off and companies were making more profits and people were getting good wages. No, it was going up because of the promise. They were buying into the promise there's going to be this fantastic tax cut. And today, what really gets me, and I love Trump, I support Trump, but one thing I hate about Trump is this switch where he was a candidate and he says this.
The jobs are bad jobs. They're really low-level jobs. The economy is doing terribly. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
But today, because Rand Paul and another couple of senators say we're not going to pass your tax bill because we're not going to, first of all, pass the budget, he panics and he reaches out to his base. And he says, look, the stock market's increased by $5.2 trillion since election night. That's 25%. That was because of me. Well, wait a minute. You just told us 9 months ago that this is a big, fat bubble, and that if interest rates go up, it's going to kill this market. But interest rates, they're going to start raising rates again. Why isn't it going to kill the market? Why is he's changing his whole tune? And that is terrible. And he says we have the lowest unemployment rate in 16 years. He said that the unemployment rate was phony. When they said the unemployment rate by Obama was 5.5%, he said it was phony. The unemployment rate's 18 to 22%. Did that change in 9 months? No. Now, the good news with his switch, he's telling you who didn't get involved with the 260% rally or the 20% rally since November, he's telling you we're going to do another QE. That's what he's telling you. So don't miss the next QE. Now, it's going to kill the economy, and I'll tell you why. Okay, but first, let's go and make some money in stocks.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
Yeah, I think him making that switch is hurting his credibility, and he's done such great things. He's done more than any other of these presidents put together. You put Bush and Obama together, he's done 10 times, 20 times more, accomplished 20 times more than what they have accomplished. But why does he have to come out with that bold-faced, terrible lie? When they're all going to call him on it when he does when he runs again. It's just he sets himself up for a failure. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We got the market going up. We have the 20% rally. It's going to continue the rally, and you're not going to get these pullbacks. You know, it used to be when we would hear a message like we just heard from Ron Paul, that would tell us, hey, we got to switch. We got to get out of stocks that are stocks that you any kind of leisure stocks or hotel stocks or any kind of stocks that you don't that deal the consumer stocks, the consumer discretionary stocks, like as I say, like hotels or a boat or anything that you don't need to live. And we should go into Johnson & Johnson, and we should go into stocks that, pharmaceutical companies, things that you need, eat, things that you eat, stuff like that. So let's get ready. Let's do that. That's what people did. But they don't do it anymore because they know a correction is not going to happen. It's not going to happen because they engineered the market, and here's the proof. In March 17th, the most we had was a 3% correction. Since March, 3%, that's it. June 2016, last time we had a 5% correction. 10% was in 2015 because it's been rigged to the upside by our owners. This is crazy.
The central banks have really distorted the markets to a great degree, locked people into kind of a brainwashed environment where they think the market's going to go higher forever.
Yeah, and what they also are thinking right now, why would I get out of the stock market? I made a lot of money. It's up 260%. I've got a ton of money. Why would I want to pay the tax rate now? I'm going to wait and get this new tax rate. So what's happening, it makes the market worse because when you don't get a 10% pullback since 2015, my God, even a 5% pullback since June of 2016 is telling you nobody's going to sell their stocks because they're all waiting for this big tax cut, which locks in that trend. And you should be in here making money. All you got to know is when to get out. Give you a good example. One of our most powerful stocks. We're always in Texas Instrument and Intel. Intel's our favorite. But Texas Instrument is up 16%. 16%. And when you look at Texas Instrument on my chart, it was so easy. Texas Instrument turned green, okay? And it turned green on August 29th. It's still green. Turned green around $79. It's now $92. It never turned red. We're still in it. But here's the beautiful thing. We'll be out before it corrects. How beautiful is that? Because of my chart. Sure then.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He's used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. No sales pitches, no boring seminars, no spaghetti dinners. At philsgang.com, we teach you technical analysis, how to read stock charts, and ultimately how to make money in the stock market. For only $39.95 a month, or as little as $1.30 a day, you too can master investing in the stock market. philsgang.com provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, plus friendly customer support. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
I have learned so much.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work. I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call, 877-600-4264. Wouldn't it be nice if someone told you when to buy and sell stocks? Well, there is. The Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts actually tell you when to buy or sell stocks. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Well, you made the call that markets would tank if President Trump got elected.
I retracted it very soon afterwards, and I did what you should never ever do, which is to let your political biases interfere with your judgment.
That's Paul Krugman. But he's right. He was right. What he didn't think about, this guy gets what was the award he got? I forgot what he got. But anyways, he got the Nobel Prize. That's right. Okay. How stupid could this man be? He's so smart, he's stupid. The Pulitzer Prize. So smart, he's stupid. He says the economy's going to tank. He was right. But he forgot for 8 years this market has been rigged, and for 8 years there is a criminal act that's been going on where people should be in jail for life, where they've been propping the banks up by printing money. Most people really think the banks are healthy. No, they're not. That's like thinking the country's healthy. Everybody says, oh, the economy's really doing good. Really? You got $20 trillion in debt. But wait a minute, what about all the other debt we got? All the entitlement debt. How about $120 trillion debt? What about the derivative debt? That's all debt. We owe all that money. We're broke. We're totally broke. It's just, listen to this.
The governments of the world, that includes the United States, Puerto Rico, Greece, China, Japan, Eurozone. They are going to default on their debts, either explicitly or implicitly through inflation. Please don't believe for a second that the United States can ever fund its $20.3 trillion worth of debt. That's on balance sheet. We've got over 100 in unfunded liabilities, $100 trillion, and a quadrillions of debt in derivatives. So we're going to have massive defaults.
He's wrong. We should have, but we got a printing machine. He's dead wrong. He's absolutely right about his assumption, but the problem, he's forgetting like Krugman. He's forgetting. We have a printing machine. You just print money out of thin air. You don't need gold. You need nothing to back it. So they'll just print and like they're doing now. They print everyday money to keep this market going up. She printed $2 trillion since January to keep the market going up. Now, what do? Lay back here and go, oh my God, look at this. Geez, we're in debt. We have a 20 trillion debt. We have derivatives debt. We have another 100 trillion in debt. All the entitlements. All this debt. Oh my God, the country's going to go down. No, take it back. What we know is we have the very wealthy running the country and making most of the money. When you have 145 people, the 1% of the 1 percentile who make the average annual income $28 million. I'm not talking about the 1 percentile who make an average $788,000 a year. Those are paupers. I'm talking about the 1% of the 1%. The 145 people who make the decisions. The 145 people who own our Congress. Those people decide the policy. Do you think the 145 people who make $28 million a year, do you think they're going to let this country collapse? When they got a printing machine and they own the bank. They own what is called the Federal Reserve, which is no more federal than Federal Express. They own it. It's theirs. They can do what they want with it. And they got the printing machine. What are you, nuts? So they're going to print and print and print. And you got to be involved. Here, give you an example. For 2 years, I said to my gang, we have a program. I said to my gang about 2 years ago, I said, we're going to take 5 stocks. I'm going to show how easy it is to make money in the market with my system. You take 5 stocks, and they're going to be the best stocks. The stocks that is everybody's 401k and everybody's pension fund, everybody's 401k, every insurance company owns. Everybody owns them. The same 5 stocks. That's where all the money goes. Goldman Sachs, Intel, IBM, Caterpillar, and Schlumberger. Now, all you have to do is every time they turn green, and we're going to know these stocks so well because these are the only stocks we're going to follow. And we've been following these for 2 years. So Goldman Sachs turned green on September 14th after it was red. It turned red on August 15th, and then it turned green again on September 14th. So you just wait till it turns green. And I do a video of these 5 stocks every night so you can follow me. Take you 1 minute. And it's all day long. Every day I do a brand new video to exactly what we, the gang, are going to do who's engaged in these stocks. You haven't got to know anything about the stocks. In fact, will you stop thinking that when IBM or Goldman Sachs comes out tomorrow, and Goldman Sachs is trading at $242, stop thinking that it's trading at $242 because of what it's doing, because it's a bank. No, that's gone. No more. It used to be we would take stocks 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and you take great companies like Goldman Sachs, IBM, GE, and when they start faltering like GE is, you go and you identify stocks like GE, big winner companies that are failing, they're falling. And they're so undervalued. And then you go and you start buying those stocks. And then you stay with those stocks for 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 years in your portfolio. And you make money. That's how I used to make a lot of money. Because the stock would represent everything that's going on in that company. The stock would be like the brain. The stock would register everything, what's going on. But no, it doesn't do that anymore. Since the elitists, since the 145 people, the 1% of the 1% who own the bank, the central bank, they don't care anymore. In other words, they don't care what a company does. So they get now all the insurance companies together. You got all the pension funds together. They get all the hedge funds together. They get all the biggest brokerage companies together, the investment companies together, and they say, okay, let's buy Goldman Sachs today. Even if Goldman Sachs was filing bankruptcy, it doesn't matter. Because they don't buy Goldman Sachs because of what it does. The price of the stock doesn't reflect anything it's doing. It's not attached to it anymore because they've rigged the market. And you say, you don't believe that? Then tell me why, since August 2015, we haven't had a 10% correction? What are you, nuts? Or a 5% correction since June 2016? Because it's financially engineered. These guys want to continue to make massive money. Do these people care about the country? No, you're talking about the ugliest, greediest. These are monsters. These 140 people are monsters. They're the kind of people, they're sitting on the porch and they bought a little puppy for their kid and it went out on the road and got ran over. They'd go over, take the puppy by the tail and throw it over the fence, not one tear. They have no emotion, these people. The only thing that keeps them going every day is they look at their bank account. And these guys control Congress. Congress works for them. They own us. We're the owners. And they're going to make sure they put us in more debt and more debt. Hey, take the stock market. Do you know how much margin debt is today? People are so confident this market's never going to come down again. They are financing money. They're borrowing money to buy stock. Do you know it's 3 times the amount of money, the margin money right now? People have bought and borrowed 3 times the amount of money to buy stocks than they did in 2008. Do you know how fast, if a market's going to go down, you know how fast the market would crash? It would crash we went down 50% in 2008. But you have 3 times the amount of people borrowing money to get in the stock market. And when the market does start to drop, do you know how fast this market's going to go down? Because they don't have the money when they get their margin call, and they can't write a check immediately, they sell your stock. And what that does is create this tremendous downward momentum. This stock market, if it ever crashes, it's not going to go down 50%. It's going down 70, 75%. But do you think the 1% of the 1 percentile, the 145 people, and then throw in the 1 percentile? Do you think they're going to let that happen? They'll only let it happen if they cause it. Join my gang, Phil's gang. Just focus on when to get out. That's all you have to do. We'll be right back. Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you an investor or considering investing in the stock market? At philsgang.com, we offer a multitude of comprehensive stock investing services and professional support to our members. With philsgang.com, you get professional guidance on basic and advanced technical stock analysis. And just like the pros, you will gain the knowledge to recognize stock buy and sell patterns. Unlike other services available, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team host daily interactive live streaming investing webinar classes and programs. You get Phil's Gang timely notifications on your phone or mobile device. And all Phil's Gang material is archived so you will never miss a beat. Plus, philsgang.com offers the best real-time stock charts for day traders and long-term investors. With clear charts, in-depth reports, and Phil's recommendations, philsgang.com makes it easy to learn and monitor your portfolio anytime from anywhere. If you're passionate about securing your financial future, check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of you, or your families, asking you to put yourself in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep you secure for the rest of your life. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxFest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
In the past, the president has referred to particular job reports as phony or totally fiction. Does the president believe that this jobs report was accurate and a fair way to measure the economy?
Yeah, I talked to the president prior to this, and he said, to quote him very clearly, "They may have been phony in the past, but it's very real now."
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Are you kidding?
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so here's what's going on. We know they're going to do another quantitative easing because they're setting everything up for QE. Because it's all about the 1% of the 1% and the 1 percentile. The amount of money they made in this last round of quantitative easing is incredible. I mean, they financially engineered this market in 2008. And when they engineered this market, the wealth they made for themselves was incredible. Like $12 trillion. $12 trillion for themselves. They didn't spread that with Main Street through wages. They didn't spread that through the broad market. Or the corporations, they didn't take their profits and spread it through the broad market through wages. That's why we can't grow. We're always stuck at 2%. But the market will continue to grow because they want to make sure it grows. They have total control. Because with that kind of wealth, you control everything. Again, this small group of the most ugly people in the world, the most financially violent people, greedy, dangerous people in America, they control the policies, not only the Federal Reserve, which they own, but Congress. And they were responsible for the QE policy in 2008, where they injected trillions of dollars. In fact, what was really funny about Trump's speech this morning, he says, I'm responsible for the $5.2 trillion since election night. The market's up 25%. Well, he didn't say, he should have said, well, I'm responsible for the $5.2 trillion rally in the market because I had on B sticking $2 trillion, so it would rally $5.2 trillion. He left that part out. These people are so addicted to making money, and he knows it. And he's given up on trying to educate everybody. He's going to make sure this market goes to 44,000. He's going to leave after 8 years with a reputation. Nobody's ever driven a market as high as he has. And what are you going to do? Stay in 401k? You going to stay in bonds? What are you, nuts? These people control. They control the policies. You got to understand that. 145 people. They're going to cause the stock market go up 248%. They'll make it go up another 248%. And when the day comes that there's a tragedy, like something happens in China, which is the only thing that could take our market down, we will be ready, because the stocks that we're in every day, the same 5 stocks every day, and then we have a couple other groups, we'll be out before that happens, because we have a chart that I designed that the algorithms are set up to follow the money, not the stories, not the BS. It follows the money. When Goldman Sachs right now, one of my 5 stocks, is up 16%. I'm sorry, 10%. Intel's up 14%. Caterpillar's up 12%. Those are 3 of my 5 stocks, 14, 10, and 12. So let's say my gang members got half of that. They didn't get in early when it turned green. That's still good. But the most important thing, they can keep it. They'll keep it. Because the stock chart, when it turns red, they'll know when to get out. Now, here's the biggest problem with this engineering. What they contribute, the biggest contribution to this engineering, where we had a 260% rally, is the wage gap and income inequality. Nobody talks about that. And it's going to get worse on the next QE. But if you're prepared to be in the stock market, what do you care? You're going to say it's a terrible thing. Yes, I know. It's going to be terrible all over again. The big reason for the wage gap and for poverty is the result of the crime committed by these guys, putting fake money, trillions of fake money, to prop up the banks with a mandate not to lend. The real crime was with the mandate not in 2008, 2009, 2010, do not lend money to Main Street. The 5 biggest banks, do not lend money to Main Street or small businesses. Instead, invest in commodities. Instead, invest in stocks. And so we can get your bank stocks rallying. And there's bank stocks like in 8 weeks went up like 140%. But they couldn't loan to anybody. The owners wouldn't let them loan. Income inequality. That's what they contributed, which is a terrible thing. See, when you have, without QE, think of Clinton. 35% of all personal income gains went to the top 1%. But when Obama put in QE in 2008, think about this, 85%, not 35%, 85% of all personal income went to the 1%. The net worth of the households in the 1% grew 38%, while the net worth of the middle class dropped 14%. When they did QE, they're doing the same thing with the tax cuts, saying, oh, we're doing to help the middle class. When they did QE, they said the same thing. The CEOs are going to be so excited getting all this cheap money at 0 rates. They're going to come in, they're going to really invest in their companies, and you're going to produce much more, and your wages are going to go up. Your lifestyle is going to go all lie. 401ks control 8% of the stock market. That's $27 trillion worth of wealth. Most people stop contributing because they don't have money. They don't have money. That's why. They don't have the money. That's why they stop contributing. And the results of this policy has been devastating. But they don't care. When you create a fake stock market using 0 interest rates, it's created so much margin debt, bigger, I just told you, bigger than 2008. It's about 3 times bigger. When the market does crash, it will accelerate so fast, you'll never catch it. You'll never get out in time. But markets, you don't wake up one morning and the market drops. The market is like the Queen Mary. It's not a speedboat. It takes a long time for a stock market crash to begin. And if you know what you're looking at on a chart, and my color-coded chart will tell you, it's starting to, I tell my gang, because remember, the 5 stocks we're in every day, the same 5 for 2 years now. We know exactly what this thing's going to do. And it'll turn red, warning us to get out. The 1987 crash, remember, started not in the fall of 1987, started in January of 1987. But people don't read that, don't understand that. But QE did nothing to grow the economy. It's been remained stagnant at 2% for 8 years because they don't put their money back into the companies. They put in their pocket. So you have, so the economy's was growing at 2%, but stocks are growing by 260%. Oh, do you think now that they're going to save all this money with tax cuts? They're going to change? They found God? QE hurts the economy, causing more job losses than anything else. QE caused more full-time jobs to be replaced by part-time jobs. QE is an awful thing because it just takes care of the very, very wealthy, and it kills the country from within. QE caused the largest number of small business closings in 30 years. They couldn't get access to working capital. Couldn't get access. QE caused the middle class and working poor to cut back on food and movies and insurance as their their premiums, insurance premiums escalated by 50% or more. So they had no money to put in their 401ks. They went from full-time to part-time jobs with Obamacare. This all stems from QE. That's what QE does. It's a rot. It's a rot for the rich. It's unbelievable. QE caused savings rates to be cut to less than 0.25%, 1/8 of 1%, something ridiculous. From 5% to almost nothing. Savers lost $560 billion every year. That means when they went to the pharmaceutical companies, they had to ask the pharmacy, they'd ask, "Can I just have half the pills?" Yeah. I don't have time to explain it, but I was behind somebody, asked for half the pills. I couldn't believe it. I said to the pharmacist, I said, I'll pay for them. It's just unbelievable what QE does. It does nothing except make you rich. And the very, very wealthy are going to hold on to that money. If you're in a 401k and you've been lucky and you participate in this rally, you'll never get out in time. 401ks aren't designed to get you out in time. 401ks are designed to get the guy who's managing your portfolio get out in time. They leave you behind. So look, Trump proved today with that message saying, I increased the market by $5.2 trillion. We got to get this tax cut through, he said. We need it because we're going to grow by leaps and bounds. He's saying we're going to grow the stock market by leaps and bounds. So why aren't you participating? So I'm sitting here today with 3 of my 5 stocks. Goldman Sachs up as I say, 10%. Intel's 14%. Caterpillar's 12%. And we do a video of these 5 every night to tell you when to buy, when to get out. Takes you 2 minutes, 1 minute. Call now, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 1 month. If you do well, remember St. Jude. See you on the chart. Join now.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.